Guys, big things went down in the Holy Land. The Prime Minister holds emergency security meeting. Now it says here Benjamin is holding a situation assessment with top security officials following this morning huge event in Jerusalem. Meanwhile, National Security Minister has already arrived at the scene, even as security forces continue sweeping the area for additional, you know what. Now, tensions remain high as investigation and emergency responses continue. Wow. 4 has been taken out. There was a huge strike. At least 4 taken out have been confirmed gone. Wow. And this happened in Jerusalem. 20 others were wounded, including 5 critically, after 2 individuals opened fire with automatic at close range on a crowded bus stop. Now, these individuals were neutralized by the Holy Land soldiers and armed civilians. Wow. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. This is a very sad news. Very sad news. The U.S. reacts to Jerusalem event. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Guys, today's going to be Patreon. I'm going to go live over on Patreon. If you guys want to check it out, you have to be members of it. $5 a month. We get you access to our live stream. The link to the Patreon will be in the description box. Thank you again for your support. Another way to support the channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. Prayer request. Guys, I woke up this morning. I'm not feeling good. My eyes is like puffy. My nose is stuffed. My throat is itchy. My body aches. I mean, I got this headache. Last night I woke up and I was like, I felt like I had like 102-degree fever or something. I mean, I was just really messed up last night. I couldn't sleep well. So, again, I think I caught something. I don't know, but my daughter does work at the nursing home. So, and there's been a lot of reports of C19 case. So I don't think I have a C19. I think it's just a small little cold or something. But boy, oh boy, it's just it's something that it just nobody wants to get sick. Period. Please pray for me, guys. And thank you again for your support. Also pray for the people out there in the Holy Land. My condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. At least 5. Man, the numbers has risen. 5 were out in a huge event in Jerusalem. An emergency service reported and 12 were wounded. Wow. Okay, so it seemed like it was this group here said that the event was carried out by 2 Palestinian fighters. Wow. So the event comes after, hours after the U.S. commander wrote on his Truth Social platform that Holy Land has agreed to the terms and he's set to end the conflict in the Strip. There's a possibility Donald did mention yesterday that this is my last warning. Now there's a possibility, perhaps, maybe they kind of didn't like that tone and sent a message. Ooh, there's a lot of pictures here. Very concerning picture. I cannot show these pictures. Everyone wants the innocent home, the U.S. commander wrote. Everyone wants this war to end. I agree. I totally agree. The Holy Land citizens have accepted my terms. It is time for these group, Hamas, to accept as well. I have warned them about the consequences of not accepting. This is my last warning. There will not be another one. It is not immediately clear what the new terms presented to the Holy Land and Hamas are. Okay, so I did post that video last night. Donald sent a last warning. He said, "This is my last warning," and very concerning. There's a picture. It's very concerning, guys. Very concerning. My condolences and prayers. Give me a second here, guys. So, Jerusalem event. 5 gone. 4 at the scene. And 1 at the hospital. 7 in serious condition with a GUN shot wounds. 2 moderate, 3 minor from glass. The Magen David Autumn Emergency Service said in a post on X. There's a possibility this might be there's a possibility they're going to respond really hard on this one here. Benjamin is going to send a strong message now. So the Holy Land police spokesperson told the media that 2 of these individuals have been taken out. An unverified video clip on X showed that the officer with GUNS drawn cautiously approaching, 2 apparently gone. Man. Okay, guys, a lot of words I'm just going to skip here. The 2 gone were apparently the individuals. Once again, the event took place at a major intersection at the northern entrance to Jerusalem on a road that leads to the, JEWS settlements located in East Jerusalem. My head is really pounding right now, guys. I just had a big cup of tea, warm tea with honey and a little bit of lemon. So it says here, video clips posted on social media showed, ringing out amid busy morning traffic on a main road and security men taking up position. Now the U.S. reacts to this event. That's going to be the next one. It says here, the news reported that all entry and exit to the city have been closed. These group, Hamas, said that the strike was carried out by 2 Palestinian, resistance fighters. We congratulate... What? No. We congratulate the heroic and exemptional operation. That's just pure evil. That's what he said. That's what Hamas said in a statement. How can you congratulate something like that? Wow. So Benjamin is having an emergency meeting. I believe they're gonna drop the hammer on them. Wow. So the group said we congratulate them for doing this operation. I mean, that is just brutal evil. This operation is a natural response to the lawlessness of the occupation and the genocide biblical war it is raging against our people. And it sends a clear message that its plan to occupy and destroy the strip and desecrate the mosque will not go unpunished. Wow. So they are telling Donald, forget about you and your last warning. We're going to stay here. You guys ain't going to be ripping stuff apart and remove our mosque and stuff like that and rebuild this area. This is our home. So I got another video coming up after this. Those groups send a message to Donald. So that's going to be my next video. But, man, this thing is now looking good. The biblical war in the Strip has sparked a surge of lawlessness in both the Holy Land occupied West Bank and Holy Land. Now, the Palace militant have struck and taken Holy Land Holy Land citizens in the Holy Land country and the West Bank. While there has also been a rising settler of violence against Palestine, While there have been scattered strike over the past month in the Holy Land, the last deadly event was in October of 2024. The 2 palaces from the West Bank opened, on a major boulevard and light rail station in Tel Aviv area, taking 7 and leaving many others wounded. Now, these group, Hamas military wing, claim responsibility for the event. The number of these palaces taken in the Strip has now surpassed 64,000. It's mostly women and young ones, according to the Palace Health Ministry, and continue Holy Land military operation in a diplomatic deadlock over ceasefire terms. So, the U.S. commander wrote on his Truth Social account last week, tell Hamas to immediately get back all the 20 innocents, not 2 or 5 or 7. And things will change rapidly. It will end. Wow. It says here, Hamas said in its Monday statement, we highly value the steadfastness and resistance of our youth in the occupied West Bank, and we call on our people to escalate clashes with the occupation and the settlers to defy its criminal army and security and military measures in support of our people and our holy sites, and to affirm our right to freedom and liberation from occupation. So what happens next? Well, Monday's event is likely to dim any hope for a cease plan. Oh man. Which would depend on Hamas and Holy Land agreeing to the terms set in the latest proposal. Past negotiations have repeatedly stalled on core issues such as the fate of the Holy Land military forces in the Strip and Hamas' demand to remain armed. Now, the U.S. reacts to this event. The U.S. reacts to the event in the Holy Land. All right, so again, do me a favor, hit that like button, guys. The more like, the better. When you hit that like button, this platform sees that, and they could actually share my videos to new people out there. So with your support, hitting that like button is really appreciated. Thank you so much. Man, this cold, I don't know what it is. I don't even think it's a cold. Might be the you know what. So the Sleeping Giant State Department said it is closely monitoring the situation in the Holy Land following this morning event. Now 6 have passed in the strike after 2 Palace GUN men opened fire Monday, September 8th, Holy Land Authority said. Another 12 were wounded. Our prayers are with the victim and their families, the State Department said in a post on X. The Sleeping Giant condemns these bad groups and stand alongside our friend Holy Land. So this event comes hours after the U.S. leader wrote on his Truth Social platform that Holy Land has agreed to the terms. And he's set to end the conflict in the Strip. It is not immediately clear what the new terms presented to the Holy Land and Hamas are. And here's the thing, guys. These people are not going to go down like that. I mean, again, you guys already know. I mean, they really don't care if their own, if they are taken out. They will go down, really hard on the Sleeping Giant in the Holy Land. And it's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be really bad. Incidents such as the Ramat Junction disrupt attempts to broker a cease plan and peace. The U.S. commander had warned Hamas with consequences in his last warning to the militant group unless it agreed to peace deal on the table. Wow, this very disturbing pictures here. So the Holy Land police said that the 2 individuals began their operation at a busy bus stop around 10:15 a.m. local time. In response to these events, a soldier and several civilians at the bus stop engaged the attackers in return. You know what? This is why it's very important. You see how you have citizens also step in? That's how it got to be here in the Sleeping Giant. We got crazy Looney Tunes going, that university stuff. It's very important that Sleeping Giant, again, Sleeping Giant has every right to defend and protect. It says here, these groups were neutralized and their passing were confirmed at the scene. Man, they weren't playing. They were not playing. The event took place at a major intersection at the northern entrance to Jerusalem on a road that leads to the JEWS settlements located in East Jerusalem. Video clips posted on social media showed the ringing out amid busy morning traffic on a main road and security men taking up position. Police closed off all entry and exit to the city immediately after the event. Now the question is, what is Benjamin and Holy Land military discussing? Are they going to return? Are they going to strike back? That's the big question. The Holy Land Prime Minister arrived at the scene some 2 hours after the event. Benjamin was supposed to be in court on Monday. He's still going to court for that? Man. So, Monday, for his ongoing, again, you guys already know all that type of stuff, bribery, supposedly bribery, which was delayed due to the strike. He warned that Holy Land is fighting a biblical war on multiple fronts. That's very true. But they have the U.S. backing them up. All right, so it says here, Benjamin praised the soldier who fired on the GUN man who was from a newly formed unit for ultra-Orthodox JEWS soldiers. So hundreds of security forces searched for additional individuals or devices that could have been planted around the area. On Monday afternoon, says here, police said they cuffed a resident of East Jerusalem who was connected to this event. All right. So they really making sure that everybody is safe. They're making sure there's no booby traps going on there. The Holy Land military said it was encircling the palace villages on the outskirts of the nearby West Bank city of Ramallah as it steps up defense in response. The latest strike comes as Holy Land mounts a fresh offensive into the Strip. The biblical war in the Strip has sparked a surge of lawlessness in Holy Land and the occupied West, with a rise in strike by Palestinian militants as well as settler lawlessness against Palestine, So again, the Palestinian militants have struck and taken Holy Land citizens in the Holy Land and the West Bank, while there has also been a rise in settler lawlessness against the Palestine, At the very end, I mean, this is like Ishmael and Isaac, the two brothers. All right, these are the bloodlines. They're brothers. These are the bloodlines. Abraham is like, man, these are my young ones going at it. These are the two bloodlines, Ishmael and Isaac. And Ishmael and Isaac, those two brothers, I mean, they used to go at it. I mean, they used to go at it. They used to fight a lot. And you had Abraham wife. She told him, look, let him go. Tell him to go, referring to Ishmael, to let him go. And God told Abraham, listen to your wife. Listen to your wife. Let Ishmael go. I would take care of him. Let Ishmael go. So they went to separate Ishmael and Isaac. And till this day, the bloodlines is still going at it. So they're still going at it. The biblical wars. Again, the two brothers. It says, while there had been scattered strike over the past months in the Holy Land, the last event was in October 2024. All right, so I'm just going to skip the rest of this here, guys. I'm just going to skip the rest of this here. Hold on. So the U.S. commander wrote on his Truth Social, everyone wants the... So we already know that. The president out there, Abbas, had of the internationally recognized Palestine Authority condemned any targeting of Palestine and Holy Land civilians. and denounce all forms of lawlessness, regardless of their source. So what happens next? Well, Monday event is likely to dim any hope for. Okay, so we already know this. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Right now, there is a meeting. There is a very important meeting. Benjamin holds security meeting after the event. Now let me just bring that up really quick here. So Benjamin is holding a situation assessment with top security officials following this morning event. Now meanwhile, National Security Minister already arrived at the scene, even as security forces continue sweeping the area for additional booby trap stuff. Tensions remained high as investigation and emergency responses continue. I do believe that there's a possibility huge response by the Holy Land is imminent. So we are definitely seeing something here, guys. Please pray for the people out there. It's a really tough time when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.